Okay. I think we're on. What's it saying? Yep. Hello, hello. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I am on my Jack Jones for the moment. Okay, everything looks all right. So we've got a few people in here already. How are we all doing? Let me know how you guys are in the chat. And yeah, let me know if you can hear me okay. We've got Tom might join us in a bit. He's had a rough day, and Pietro's tied up at the moment. He may or may not pop on a bit later, but it is just me, and let's face it, he came here to see this. But yeah, so we've got another week of ToyFair. ToyFair has been raging on. Maverick coming through clear, mate. Nice one. Nice one, appreciate it. So yeah, it's a solo outing for the time being. But yeah, lots and lots and lots to get through. Yeah, so we're still, apparently, according to NECA, waiting for a big reveal from them today. It hasn't happened yet, so I'm keeping my eye on the Twits, make sure I don't miss it. But yeah, let me just start off by showing you what came through and pick up a few bits and pieces. Yeah, so let's start off with some comics. And here we have, I just remembered the name of this guy's variant, but anyway, it's the IDW issue 114. If you can see it there. Okay, and this, look at the artwork on that. Crazy good. It's the variant, and this is the apparently this is the one where Tokka Rahzar first appeared in this book. All right, so we got that variant there. Get a better light source on it. All right, and we have the Eastman variant. Okay, Eastman variant of Tokka Rahzar. And of course, we got Last Ronin. Okay, we're going to be getting into that a bit later on. Okay, and if you're watching this afterwards, I'll be putting a timestamp in the description so you can jump straight to that. So, but that will be at the end of the show. That'll be at the end. Okay, and yeah, of course, if you saw my community tab. Yeah, finally got these bad boys in. Got this one, got another one downstairs. But yes, finally got this in. I haven't opened it yet, but we're going to do that later on as well. Can't wait to get stuck into those and get some shots going. Right, there you go. Glad to see you got your Tokka Rahzar delivery, and so am I. Yeah, just glad to have them safe and sound. They look so far to be complete from the window, from what I see, which is good. And I'll get Tom's one shipped off to him next week. But yeah, lots to get through. So first thing on the docket. I'm not going to leave this one going because obviously time is of the essence of this. But let me share one's screen. Bear with me. Let's go to there. Go to here. And yeah, share screen. Okay. Now you may have seen me plaster this all over the interwebs. Okay, yeah, we got the Loot Crate TMNT crates in. Now we know what they are, and they put them up already. Okay, and we got series 2, and it looks like they'll be going in the same order as they did last year. And of course, in this year's movie crate, we have Danny, or just Dan. Okay, so we have Mr. Danny from the first movie as a Loot Crate exclusive, and yes, obviously, as you can see here, the UK side of things. The crate is 37 quid, and you have until the 23rd of March, so just under a month. So you've got plenty of time, to dive on it. Whether you get, and you can buy individual crates or the whole wax to get the bonus figure. But yeah, you get Danny here. It looks like he comes with an accessory of the Walkman and an alternate head. But we'll see some more pictures in a second. Okay. Let me go down and show you what we got here. So obviously here we got movie crate 1, crate 2 is the arcade, and I forget the name of this character. We got the Snapper Shredder, mutated Shredder from the Mirage comics, and in this one being the cartoon, the 4th crate, and that's going to be a Donatello wearing a Batman style costume. And yeah, that's going to be impressive. I might have to dive on this one as well. And of course, if I scroll down, yeah, free bonus figure when you purchase all 4 crates. And yeah, it busts them over, and you get an extra Toon figure. Okay, NECA Scrug bonus figure, and he's going to have the same format as Vernon, where he's going to have alternate head and hands, so you can have them into 2 different styles. Okay, and they're available now. But yeah, you've got a month. You've got a whole month to decide on which one you want to get, if any, and whether you want to get a bonus figure. No look at the extra swag just yet, but let's see if we can have some more, look at some more pictures of, you know, Dan Man. Hopefully it will do it here. Oh, look, there you go. Some sculpting. You may have seen this on the website as well. If you've already got this, let me know. Obviously, it's cool to see people hard at work. I guarantee. Obviously, I think this is the prototype that's hand painted, but I believe this is just literally just hold it there, pose with the paintbrush, please. Thank you. Got the picture. I doubt that's an actual shot of him in the middle of work, but yeah, impressive workstation, as you can see. All the casts are there. Let's move on to the next picture. Okay, here you go. Now we get to a little bit controversial subjects. A lot of people decide to point out, including Pietro, and that is he seems to be a little bit on the short side. And yeah, we notice that he is sporting the same bottom half, i.e. the legs, as a John Connor. Okay, so he's got the John Connor legs with a whole new upper torso sculpt. Okay, which if it is, that's the case, then that does put him on the short side and not exactly in scale with how tall he is in the movie. As you can see, obviously his legs are wide apart. You bring him in, he will be taller. But I've seen people put stills of the, as you can see, obviously in the movie, he's actually taller than the Turtles, but shorter than Casey. And here he looks to be shorter than the Turtles themselves. So yeah, we don't know what's going on there. Won't know much more until we actually get it in hand. But yeah, I understand if you have grievances about that. I'm not, you know, it's cool that we're getting the figure, great, but that annoys me a little bit. So I'm not sure whether I'll do any alterations on that, you know, swap out the bottom legs, maybe for the Marty's bottom legs. Maybe. I think he would have been a better buck to go with because he's not as tall as Casey, but taller than the Turtles or about the same height, thereabouts. So we shall see. We shall see. Obviously, it's a cost-saving method. But yeah, the sculpt, the likeness is there. You know, you've got the non-headband head sculpt. But yeah, that seems to be all the pictures. Obviously, it's just the one T-shirt he's coming with. But yeah, let me know if you're picking this one up. I've got mine secured. It took a while because that first day they dropped this early. It's meant to be Tuesday, and they did it on Monday. Yeah, so we shall see. There you go. Wicked. They got the license for the Sid Vicious shirt. Get out of the way. Just tap out that. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome stuff. So yeah, the link to this is in the description of the video. If you want to hop straight over to it, it will take you straight to this page. If you want to dive on it. But yeah, I had to get that out of the way, you know, just so we didn't want to waste any time. You can hop on it. But yeah, you've got until the 23rd of March. So you've got a whole month, just under now, to get yourself one of these. And basically, yeah, if you sum it up, it's about 45 quid in the UK with shipping. And you look at it, it's like, well, you know, say you round it off to 50, you get 25 quid for the figure, another 25 for the t-shirt, and all the rest of the bits and pieces are free. You know, so you work it out like that and it works out, you know, pretty good. So yeah, okay. So now we move on to, obviously, Mezco had their week last weekend, and we did it on a Saturday, but they continued to reveal stuff on the Sunday and the Monday. So let's go straight over to their account and get these knocked out of the way so we can get more into NECA gear. Okay, yeah, so the Sunday decided to roll on, and they hit us with some more Planet of the Apes. We have Caesar, and looks like we have some troops. Okay, these are pretty good. If you're into this particular line from Mezco, or if you're into Mezco entirely, I'll be getting to the chat in a minute. But yeah, he looks pretty decent for the old classic Charlton Heston style from the movie. There we go. There's a look at the goons, all different head sculpts by the looks of things, which is great. You get 3 of them. You know, good customizing abilities, especially with these orange jumpsuits. A lot of people been after some fabric versions of these, that, you know, official rather than third-party tailored. Yeah, so these look pretty sweet. No solicitations for them yet. And then we move on here. This is where they're taking the leaf out of Marvel Legends route and starting to course correct from the mistakes of the future past. And they're going to be putting out Wolverine again. This looks to be more comic based rather than their own flair of design on it. Okay, Tiger Stripe version looks pretty good here. yeah, that looks pretty decent. Where they got that from? But yeah, not bad, not bad and bad. Again, it's a pass from me. I don't really collect the comic book based Mezco stuff. I'll leave that to the cheaper lines. But yeah, I know it's a lot of people are after, because I think the Tiger Strike goes for crazy money now. Could be wrong, but I know the brown suit does. Yeah, so another opportunity to grab him. So it's a good thing they're re-releasing it again, along with the Superman, obviously from last Saturday, because that first Superman was trash. And we scroll up, and we've got another tease of the Rumble Society. Again, I'm not familiar with this line whatsoever, but there you go. If you know, you know. And call it like that. I'm going to scroll up here, and this is what got me for a second time. And the first time round last weekend, it was the Crow. Yeah. For that Hasbro are playing fast and loose with their lines. They really, really are. And there's another one that they're playing fast and loose with as well. But yeah, here we have 112 Green Ranger. Now I put up a post of this in the community tab. A lot of people were saying that obviously you can go for the 1/6 versions, and cost effective wise, it works out to be, you know, not that much more, and you can buy the whole set for a certain price. So far, we don't even know if the rest are coming. We can only assume regarding Power Rangers, but you know, not everyone collects 1/6. People will pay out if it's standard Mezco, like 80 quid for that, myself included. I do not have the room to cater for 1/6 entirely, and you know, it makes it 10 times more difficult to do toy photography when I'm limited with the space for displaying. So 112 is perfect scale and definitely looks a hell of a lot better than the Hasbro version. So yeah, Mezco, you saucy little minx, you can take my money. And there you go. Oh, that is a shot and a half. There you go. Superhero landing. Okay. All right, let's stop sharing for a second. And let me just pop this over here, because we'll get back to some more. Here we go. Oh, TMNT configuration. What's up? What's up, brother? Got 7 people in here. How are we all doing? Smash that like button, please. It all helps with the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate you stopping by and enjoying this show. Just me at the moment. Oh, 9, 8. There we go. Okay, let's go. Much appreciated for the heads up on the loot crate. Of course, mate. As soon as I know, my duty to let everyone else know that collects this line. Always hooking the total community up. Hell yeah! The Dan sculpt looks great, and they even got the Sid Vicious shirt. Hell yeah! Which they must have had to get the rights for. I'm assuming so. If they had to go through trouble to get turtle wax for the accessory pack, then yeah. Hi and good night, fair smiley face. Well, hi and good night to you, fair smiley face. Mezco Wolverine looks good. Not for me, but nice to see the drift. They didn't go crazy with the Mezco fication. I like that, Mezco-fication, and put pounces on his gloves. Yeah, and liberties with all other areas. But yeah, I agree. Right, that's the chat. Let's get back to it. But yeah, hit that like button. Let me know if it's a bit, because I've got here a warning. The stream's current bit rate is so and so. I don't know. That's why it's Zoom and not StreamYard. But yeah, let's get back to it, shall we? So let's go to Mezco again, because we're going to crack on with some more. Let me go share screen. Let's get straight into the thick of it with some more news. Swigger monster for the working man. Oh, and some fresh air. Oh, fresh air. Okay, don't worry, it's just like. So yeah, if you're a Power Ranger fan, let me know how if this tickles your whip pickle, and or if it doesn't. You know. Okay, so let's move on. Mezco ToyFair. Yes, we're aware. Okay. What's this now? The giveaway stuff. This is a this line. There's a Pennywise in it. And again, this line, there's a Addams Family in it. That is one disturbing looking Pugsley. Feels like he's looking into my skull. There we are, and we have Ghost Spider. or commonly known as Spider-Gwen. Okay, looks like to be standard comic version, not Spider-Verse. But yeah, looking good, looking good. Nice shots, D, amazing. That man can pose a figure all right. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. This looks pretty cool indeed. So yeah, more comic-based stuff coming from the Mes Co. Let's keep going because I want to get into some NECA stuff now. Okay, this one got Tom's pickle tickled. Oh yeah. Now you thought you were done with Batman. And then Mes Co was like, no, not quite. We have Gotham by Gaslight Batman. This looks pretty awesome, personally. Okay, I do like this design, this old-fashioned Victorian style era design here. I believe, yeah, it's obviously where he's going after Jack the Ripper. So it's Victorian London. Yeah, so I like the cloak, Sherlock Holmes style. And yeah, looks like the handmade cowl. Looks pretty awesome. I like this design a lot. I'm starting to nail it too. So let me know how you're feeling about this one. Okay. You pop out of there, and that's the other one that got Tom. You know, so I had the Crow and the Power Ranger. He had this and the Superman. So he got us both twice. Here we have Ultraman. Now, I don't know a thing about Ultraman, but looks like they're bringing one out. I know he's a giant, or can turn into a giant. So all you kaiju toy photographers like my mans Akira Joe and Harold from Figure Mania show, shout out to you guys. Let me know how you feel about this. And yeah, it looks like it's got light up features, which is cool. There you go. It's pretty sweet. Let's kill that. Let's keep going. Let's keep the party going, yeah. And another Rumble Society tease. And here we go. Hasbro, fast and loose with their licenses again. We have, yeah, we have this guy. I forget his name. I'm not a G.I. Joe person, is it? Sinstro? Let me know in the chat. I forget. But yes, he looks pretty awesome. And this begs the question, are they going to go further into the G.I. Joe line? One would think, if they've got this one, a bit like the Power Rangers. You know, maybe Hasbro like, we can't handle the haters. And here, you know, hot potato over to Mezco. So yeah, you deal with them. But yeah, he looks pretty sweet. Let's check out this other shot. He's a pimp with silver paint. So yeah, he looks pretty sweet. So yes, something Mezco heading into the realm of G.I. Joe and Cobra. And I believe it finished there. Yeah, finished there. And it was just roundups, a couple other bits. Oh, here we go. Some more of the golden skulls, ninja skulls, whatever they're called. There we go. House of the Golden Skulls. There's a bit of talk there, but yeah, that's it for Mezco. So that was all of that, and then we go to NECA. God damn, there's a bunch of tweets saying, you know, Randy, now go away. Oh yeah, it's a bunch of tweets again. Randy went on a rampage with tweets, answering questions. They're way back in here, getting me all screwed up again. Go to NECA. But before we do that, I'm just going to stop, pop it over here. And then we go to the stream. And let's have a look at the chat. 7 in here watching. TMNT configuration. I'm just a TMNT guy, but I might buy that Mezco Power Rangers. Like, yes. See, we're just starting to get Pietro working. You know, reaching out into other lines. Slippery slope. His wife is going to hate us. He's got the Marty. He's now got the Mando. He's now got Ash from Evil Dead. What else can we get him into? Yeah, TMNT configuration. Let me know what other lines. I know you're a TMNT guy. But what about lines if you were to dive into any merch from figure-wise from any other franchise that you like? Let us know what it'll be. You know, obviously I'm a fan of all sorts. So whenever I'm missing some turtle action and turtle love, I can just dive into something else. So I get Pietro's impatience with NECA and turtles because he doesn't really collect much else. Destro, that's the one. Mezco and G.I. Joe means that Destro will be sold out instantly. Things are going to get ugly on the aftermarket, or they're going to get ugly on their own website. Mezco's pre-order website is even worse than NECA's. So yeah, smash that like button if you're new. Welcome if you are, and hit the subscribe button, please. That would be much appreciated. And I thank you all for hanging out with me. But yeah, so let's dive into some NECA, shall we? Like I said, Randy has been going ham on Twitter again, answering questions, being a bit more savage than usual. Yeah. All right, you're going to see the back end of my channel now, because I forgot to come out of it. But we're going to go here, and then we're going to go there. So I've got some of the tweets that I thought were more important saved on here, so I'm going to read them out. If you do want to see them for yourself, by all means, if you're on the platform, head on over and have some fun. Give them a follow. It's the only reason to get Twitter, to be honest. So yeah, let's go to their. Let's scroll down. So they've been doing a fair bit. But yeah, so a lot of people were asking questions regarding the loot crate. Obviously, they're tweeting out, retweeting people's displays, you know. But they did reveal one saucy picture, which I did put in the thumbnail. Okay, and we're hoping we'd see more from NECA regarding TMNT, because some of the information they put in tweets is like, okay, they've got a lot coming this year just for TMNT alone, So we're hoping to see a lot more than this, than what we have so far. If you know, you know already. But yeah, let me just try and find this. Where to start from? G. Hernandez getting a shout out there. Let me just get my bearings as to where we are in the timeline of things. Okay, scroll down a bit more. Where are we at? 25th or 27th? So that's a couple of days ago. Let's keep going. There's some details on other lines that they do, which is pretty interesting stuff, like Defenders of the Earth and some obviously more Predator and bits and pieces. Obviously, I think I even saw that they're going to be doing a lot more Batman replica weapons. Yeah, saw that. So have a quick look. Is that my boy? Oh, 1/6 shooter. 1/6 shooter. That's got the retweet. Something I can pick out toy photographers by their work alone. Okay, so let's just want to get back to the beginning. People getting their Doc Browns. We have just had our solicitation for our 1955 Doc Browns. Toys R Us have just sent me the invoice, so they're coming next week. So if you've pre-ordered, they'll be coming next week. UK. Okay. Oh yeah, I won't mind a print out of that as well. Oh, here we go. Just a little bit of news. Any chance the big guys will get their Master and Casey in quarter scale fashion? And the answer to that is eventually. That is the plan. Okay. So a tidbit of info for you there. So I want to keep scrolling. Okay, a little bit of Defenders of the Earth news. Rest easy, Mandrake and Luthor are still coming, along with the other classic takes on these iconic characters. Just getting started with the Flash, Ming, and Phantom, and the gang. Okay, so it's like they're going to be getting a few variant costume designs from different mediums that they were on. Okay, and we're going to keep on scrolling. More Gremlins. Okay, it's hard to tell. I might just go straight to their media page, but I know there's a lot on there. I have to keep scrolling back. If not, I'll just show my phone to the camera. But yeah, the picture I'm searching for, because it is the only other thing that's TMNT related, apart from their Walmart pinball box, which is like another version of a loot crate. I might have seen a picture of it. Hopefully we come across it here. That'll be a Walmart exclusive, and it's got like some other swag, and it has a figure as well, but it looks like it's going to be a different version of the cartoon Shredder. So if you're in the States and you're in Walmart's, look out for that. Hopefully we see a picture of it here. Well, we're still on 25th. See, you went nuts. We're still on like 2 days ago, and he's still scrolling down this one day. Absolutely insane. Man's a beast. Oh, yeah, 17 years ago. Doesn't look like they got the license anymore, obviously. Mezco have got it, because someone did ask, will we be seeing an ultimate version of him? And Randy unfortunately said no. I would have liked to have seen that, actually, because I think they did well. I just want an articulated Crow, man, Eric Draven. So yeah, wide release next month. That is Battle of the Bands Marty. Now oh, here we go, yeah. Scott holds up, would be great to do an Ultimates, but alas, no. Okay, so tidbit of information, hopefully if we come across it here, you'll see it, but people did ask how much in the way of TMNT overall we'll be getting this year, and he said a lot, 50 plus. And then someone asked, how much of that is Turtles? They said, like over 10 for the movie line alone. So over 10 movie line figures coming this year. Get your wallets ready. Let me know what you think we've got coming. I know we've got some secret to use. He did address the Tatsu situation as well. And he did address the April figure situation as well. Hopefully we can find them. And we are still on the 25th. This is crazy. This is insanity. Oh, let's see. I think it was a bit of Back to the Future. Come. Yeah, at least 3 plus more are done and hoping to keep it going. Yeah, keep saying that. So we definitely have more Back to the Future, as obviously he teased, and I put the picture in the thumbnail of the video, the 2015 doc with the case full of different time period money. How about Rocky? Oh, Drip Mode, here we go. How about Rocky or Rambo? Negative. He's the one that asked about the April figure. My boy Drip. I've had him on the channel before. Let's see. When can we expect to see the packaging for the 2 Ultimate Puppet Masters coming out? Soon, probably April. Would that be a new trophy wall back there for Predator? It's the OG, but we may need to bring it back. Yes, you do, mate. Yes, you do. Make it lighter as well, because that thing's heavy as hell. Here we go. Obviously, they're bringing out another. One of the Lost Tribe, Ultimate Fashion. Yeah, the rest of the Lost Tribe, Ultimate Fashion. And more Gremlin talk. This is again, oh, 24th. We finally made it. We finally made it to a different day. A different day. I think, let me just stop sharing my screen for a second. Nope. Sorry. False alarm, lovely people. Let's get back to it. I want to find this damn picture. I think it was earlier in the week. There we go. That's the next Ultimate. They're coming out pretty thick and fast. Won't be many more and they would have finished. Okay. So let me try and find this. Oh yeah, can we get another peek at The Boys? Season 3 of The Boys just started filming. Can we get another peek at the figures from the series real soon, and some packaging too? So look out for that. Because I know Mayflex have just dropped their Billy Butcher pre-order. Okay. People are asking if we're going to get the Ultimate Wolf, and he will happen. Yeah, they need to get onto the Requiem stuff, man. Need to update those sculpts ASAP. Mr. Vernon. More retweets. Here we go. It's a tease, because I did drop a tease earlier today. But this is a tease of the Monster Universe Wolfman. Okay, so we've got the cane and the trap. All right, pretty awesome setting. Now we're going to talk about the teaser they dropped today in a bit. Here we go. Some more Back to the Future, yeah. Many more posted the teaser last week. There are several others in the works. More information in the coming weeks. So yeah, I think we've covered the week. Let me just backtrack a little bit. Yeah, talking about the loot crate that dropped. So obviously it went mental. The links weren't working when they first dropped the announcement. I had trouble, and there's a lot of people trying, screaming at them on Twitter, trying to get it sorted out. But oh yeah, here we go. Good Lord. Okay, let me know your thoughts on this. All right. And obviously it's an easy way of reusing the buck, easy way of getting the figure back out there in a different format. And obviously this is paying homage to the mail away Wimpy, Burger King, Wendy's, something like that version of Super Shredder. There you go, where he's painted in black and a lighter silver on the armor. Okay, it does look pretty good. It does look good. It works, man. It works. It's just it's a different paint job. Do you reckon we'll see the European version where everything's purple? Don't give NECA ideas, Ben. Sweet box. It's going to be a pass from me, I think. No need for another one. I've got it ready. Don't need to get this one. I believe that was the first thing they revealed for TMNT this week. So that's not what I was looking for. Just going to quickly keep scrolling down a bit. There it is. There it is. Now, we already knew that this set was coming, but we get a different look at it. Then he was gone, and I was alone. Kind of like my situation here. Come on, boys, where are you at? But yeah, so we see little baby Splinter holding the hand of a dead, well, this is just a foot soldier, but it's meant to be young Oroku Madayoshi. Teasing more of this 2-pack, which you've yet to see any legit pictures of. I was hoping we'd see something. Again, it'll be something we knew was coming, but at least we get to see full packaging pictures of it. So far, this is it. Still a cool little tease. Okay. But yeah, alas, this is all we've got for the time being. Let me just have a look and see. No, nothing from Twitter yet. Nothing from Twitter yet. But as soon as we hear anything, you know I'm going to be hitting it on my community tab and on our Facebook page. Links are in the description to that. We'll be getting news, and then of course we'll be talking about it on the next show. You know, we'll be doing that. So yeah, so that was interesting. So obviously we've scrolled through all this, one being the Tatsu situation. Let me just get to it because I did screenshot it. Here we go. Okay, so let me see if you can see that. It's a bit hard. Let me dull it down. Oh, wrong way. There we go. So you can see, right? In that tweet there, he's talking about a Tatsu situation. So he goes, Randy, any updates on getting Tatsu licensing rights? Not much luck there, I'm afraid. He has been unresponsive in spite of our best efforts of countless attempts. So nothing yet, sadly. They're still waiting to get hold of him, but that to me sounds like they're not giving up. And I've got a feeling that once COVID is relaxed somewhat, the first opportunity they can, they'll try and get to him in person at his dojo in LA, providing it's still open, because I know that place, majority of everything there is shut down. But yeah, they still haven't given up on Carl Weathers. Trying to get a Dylan, they tried for years. So I know they're not going to give up the fight with Tatsu. So just now, for the time being, no luck. Okay. And the other thing, which I'm still trying to find the tweet for, again, it was my man Drip Mode asking this question on how is April coming along, and apparently, fantastically, lots of progress made. That was it. So still no word on whether we're going to see anything from this documentary he's making. Obviously, she can't get there. COVID's got in the way. But yeah, they're making progress in the figure, which means won't be long. I doubt we'll see a visual of it yet. That's probably going to be San Diego Comic-Con before we do, or they might just drop it out of the blue. Who knows? But yeah, you know, it's good to know that progress is being made. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about all of this so far. Oh, let me go. So that's really it on the turtle side of things. Not really much else went down this week for turtles in NECA. Yet we're still waiting. But let me come out of this because I want to go over what they teased today, which is pretty cool if you ask moi. Let's go scrolling straight back up. And you can probably see it right there, and I'm going to click on its face. Come on. Come on. Boom. There you go. Remember I showed you the Wolfman teaser? Well, that's not Wolfman. That's American Werewolf in London. So we're still yet to see the Wolfman, but we've got a werewolf. And if they're doing American Werewolf in London, then that means they're not just doing Universal Monsters, or they are doing Universal Monsters, but different formats of them throughout the decades. I'm hoping they're spreading out to other horror genres throughout the decades. But this ain't Wolfman. Hopefully we do get the black and white Wolfman. Can you imagine if we got the Jack Nicholson Wolf? That'd be fire. But yes, this is getting bought anyway, because you could apply this to all sorts of displays. You know, how many different properties that we're fans of have like big, giant, snarling horror dogs? You know, no idea how big. Well, I said I'm trying to. Normally, you can pick out NECA's props because they use props from other lines. You always see them using that Diamond Select Mulder and Scully desk. And I'm just trying to think if that's a dumpster from anything. Get a good idea of the scale. Hard to tell. But yeah, it looks awesome. I'm hoping for critters. I really, really would love to see some critters, or critters if you're American. Swig a monster for the working man. Oh, and some fresh air. Oh, fresh air. So yeah, let me know what you think of this. This is awesome. I'm definitely excited about this. So let me just stop for sharing for a second, and let's have a look at the chart. There we go. Oh, now, oh God, everything's highlighted. So, American TMNT configuration, lighting this bad boy up. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, appreciate it. So here we go. I may have gone too far. Let me start from where I am. Okay, Destro. My second favorite line is Power Rangers. Now, I agree. Power Rangers was the last big franchise I enjoyed as a kid before it transitioned into, you know, women and booze. You know, you go through that phase where like, oh, I'm not into that anymore, and you start, you know, getting interested in other things. Power Rangers was it. That was the transition out of childhood, you know, fandoms. And then obviously later down the line, picking up your love from again. Mine was, yeah, my big three: Ghostbusters, TMNT, Power Rangers. And I liked certain other franchises, but not as heavily as Die Hard as those. TMNT being the number one. So yeah, I'm with you on the Power Rangers. I started getting back into collecting again. I avoided the Bandai stuff. I nearly doing that route. I was able to snag one of the SH figure arts, and I had the opportunity to get the others all before they all went skyrocketed in price. And then of course Hasbro came along with their versions, and I was like, I got the White Ranger, and I was like, do I or don't I start another line? Can I afford to? Do I have the room? And I was just like, I can't do it. So I had to literally just say no to that. And even now, I was toying. Do I go down that route? Because they started bringing out bad guys, and they started bringing out, you know, other villains. Mighty Morphin era for me, and Thunder, the one after the movie, and then Zeo is when it started getting crazy, and that was the only. Then I fell off. After Zeo, I fell off. But yeah, and now obviously you've got the Mezco versions. I'm all in on those. So I agree, mate. And so definitely Mezco for sure. Yeah, I think we will see NECA TMNT movie line. These all just my guess. Yeah, hopefully there's going to be a lot of cartoon line. You know there is. Yoshi Saki Splinter. Yeah, Casey Jones on Mask 2-pack. Yes, hopefully with April. I thought Danny would be part of a 2-pack, but it makes sense. But yeah, I can see Unmasked Casey. I think Farm Casey, just like the one you're trying to make now, TMNT. I think you're going to do an official Farm version. Because they did say, I remember specifically, they're not just going to be re-releasing the same body again. Okay, so that's the only way, the RAF 2-pack is the only way you're going to get that body, you know, with the vest and the thingy. So you're either going to get one without the vest, just the jumper or the sweater. You might get a foot version, as you can see right there. Or you're going to get the Farm version, which is just the vest with the unmasked head. And then obviously you might get April or what. Obviously, we've been had this conversation before. What kind of outfit is April going to be sporting? That we shall see. But I do believe that those two will be a 2-pack. Yeah. Okay. NECA dropped an awesome reveal today that got me excited. American Werewolf in London, 100% bought. Watched that movie way too young. Still scares me. Still can't listen to the song Blue Moon. See, I saw the transformation scene, you know, where face is coming out. Never remember seeing a movie fully. I remember seeing American Werewolf in Paris before with the horrible CGI and the comedy aspect, which really didn't work. But I thought it was entertaining as a kid. Yeah, same. That didn't really put me off because I had not long before then seen like RoboCop 2 and Alien 3 and stuff, and that just that was traumatizing. But yeah, I can't wait for it even, mate. And Secret of You, Shredder Splinter. We definitely probably will get a re-release of Splinter with the different patchwork robe. I think maybe, I doubt they'll change anything on the sculpt. I could be wrong. Probably a walking stick. Broken TGRI canister. We need my custom but official version. Purple Shredder with the buzzsaw crown and the cuts. What's your thoughts on a Super Shredder recolor version? Personally, I like it. It looks, obviously, when I saw it as I reacted to it, I like the color. It looks good. It looks good. You know, yeah. Well, those pictures sold me on it. How it's going to look in the packaging, I have no idea. Those pictures and the lighting sold me on it. But I'm not going to buy it. I don't need to. But it's a great way if other people have missed out on the original release. By the way, you can still get them plenty here. Toys R Us UK, worldwide shipping, no VAT and 10% discount, up to 10% discount. Promo code Total Talk. Treat yourself. I'm going to definitely buy the Shredder because he needs a B&W version dock. Black and white. Oh, okay, I see. So you're gonna do the dock again, are you? Okay, I feel you, player. I feel you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I think Judith Hogue will be dropping the news on her figure before NECA does. Probably. Seems like she's all over that and wants to keep everyone updated. Yeah, she really does want to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to get it and that people the news. They get updates. She ain't gonna let anyone keep anyone hanging. So that's why I kind of tune into her Wake Up Wednesday streams on her YouTube channel just to see if she does drop any nuggets of info. Think about toy photography with the Power Rangers and Tim. Oh yeah. Oh, now you've done it. God damn it. Especially if we're getting those Hasbro ones with the TMNT in the suits. Lightning collection. Hell yeah. Before it's morphing time, switch it up. By the way, you've been killing it with that toy photography, mate. Splinter and bow and arrows. Yes. Forgot all about that accessory. Good call, my friend. Good call. Bow and arrow indeed. So yeah, that's kind of it really. Round up of what's been going on that we're relevant on ToyFair. I don't remember seeing much else from Hasbro. I did watch the Fruse's weekly, and see some, there's some plunderlings and bits and other bits and bobs. Mainly, really, just this that I was focused on. Because meant to be, NECA killed it last year, so hopefully, they're longing it out. It's kind of, killing the momentum a little bit. Even though we said last week that them spreading it out keeps everyone talking. Well, it does, providing you drop something juicy within a certain amount of time. Right now we're itching for it. If they leave it to Monday, then we're like, all right. So hopefully we get something today. I'm still hoping we get to see a prototype of that party wagon. We shall see. But yeah, other than that, I think it's time because we unbox this bastard, shall we? Yeah. Now I know a lot of people have already got this. You guys have. Seen reviews. I ain't reviewing this. There's no point. There's too many out there already. But you know how excited I have been waiting for this in my hands. And, how much I want to do with it. Photography-wise. I think it's about time we have a look. And we can just shoot the shit. So yeah, that's right. Looks like it's all complete. I'm not going to be articulating them too much because I've got a feeling the majority of the joints are going to be tight like my pants. Okay. Cards are the best thing for us. Sorry, Tom, if you are watching, because you ain't here. I don't know if you're going to be here. Yep. You have to wait till next week. But yeah, so let's just, I'm not going to worry about the accessories. That's already out. Let's worry about this. So yeah, let me know how you guys have been. This year, Mezco rocks. Yes, it does, mate. It does. Yay, Tokka Rahzar. Yeah, man. Waiting for ages for this. Yeah. What I found. Yeah. Let's have a look. Oh, their mouths are okay. Oh my God, they do love to. Oh, I'm trying to snip where I don't end up snipping something that shouldn't be. You know. I don't want to turn him into a girl. Oh, gender neutral. Sorry, potato head. That was nonsense. That was an absolute nonsense. You see Hasbro, they put that news out and then they got roasted on Twitter and immediately backpedaled. But no, we're just dropping it from the box. He's still going to be like, yeah. Stand by your own convictions. You know, yeah, at least it's potato head. So it's the packaging that's going to be dropping the Mr. The Mr. and Mrs. figures are still going to be Mr. and Mrs. figures. So he's going to keep his balls, which I find fun. Oh my God, how many ties are on this thing? We're getting there. So yeah, and then we'll get into some Last Ronin talk. I've been itching to talk about this bad boy. Appreciate the 10 that are in here. Did they take it back? Take what back, good sir? What you're referring to? Oh, you mean the Mr. and Mrs.? Well, no, they, first of all, the advert said that they're just dropping the Mr. entirely and it's going to be gender neutral. And then they put out a public service announcement saying, no. It's just the packaging that's going to be dropping the Mr. Because it's going to be referred to as potato head or potato heads, depending on how it's done. But the Mr. and Mrs. in figure form are still going to have the Mr. and Mrs. features. So they met in the middle, if you will, from what I've been seeing on Twitter. But they got destroyed, you know. Like, it's kind of like, fine, you want to do all this, you want to put, like, but just, do we need to track on the stuff that already exists? If you want to, you know, if you want to do this stuff from this point onwards, cool, fine. But trying to rewrite what's already come and gone, just let things be, you know, let things be. Cool. Okay, we have. If that's too bright, let me know. Okay. Rahzar is out the gate. Okay. Oh, he is a beast. Yeah, I'm not touching those knees. That's stiff. Arms are moving smoothly though. You can do that. Let's have a look at his elbows. Oh, yeah, that's stiff. I ain't moving that yet. I'm going to give him a nice warm bath before I move those. Yeah, elbows are stiff. Open the tissues from the back, please. All right. Yes, Rob, finally got them open. And yeah, just testing the articulation. The real chains are nice touch. Hand articulation seems to be good. No issues there. Upper thigh swivel is always the one that catches. It's always the thing that always gets stuck. And yeah, this is rocking really smooth. It's been a really sunny day here, so I have just deliberately let the box marinate in that for a bit, soften everything up. Yeah, this is a nice man. Check the mouth because mine is loose, is it? Okay. All right. So that's open, closed. It doesn't want to stay closed, which is a slight annoyance, but that can be fixed. So let me just try this here. If I've got a bit of it here, I can play with. Yes, I do. Idea just sprung to mind for toy photography. If you want him with the closed mouth, blue tack. Let me just try it. I'm not sure how deep the mouth is. Put a fair bit in there. Get warmed up. We'll see. It's not going to stick because you can just go back in and pick it out. Mine springs open slightly. Yeah, this one does as well, mate. It looks like the yeah. If you want it closed, close. So, and you won't see the blue tack in there. We're experimenting right now. We are experimenting. So in it goes like the donut. I'm gonna hold it. It's in there. I'm gonna hold it. And when I want to get it out, I'll just find something thin and sharp and just poke it out. There you go. Closed. So that works. So if you want him fully closed on display or in a toy shop, trusty little bit of blue tack right at the back of the mouth. That's cool. I'm glad that works. Yours is fine. Mine is completely loose. Really? Okay, mate. Well, what you can do, where's the hinge? If you can pop the head off, stick the head in the fridge for an hour, half hour. Like let it cool down. I should stiffen the joints up a bit. Okay. Temper the plastic slightly, just so it will stiffen up. It shouldn't be as loose. I mean, that's what I've done with some joints, like legs and stuff like that. If I can't seem to get any nail varnish, if I can't see the joint to actually apply some foreign aid, or like people use super glue, add a little bit of super glue and then they work it until it gets tight as it dries. Obviously with here you can't really see the hinge, so I would say just nuke it from the outside with some cold, and it should stiffen up the plastic a bit, and it should it may be temporary, but it should tighten it a bit. But yeah, so this will work for displaying toy photography. Just keep it there, let it do its magic. But yeah, there we are. That's with blue tacking. So if I get the blue tack out, this will be fun. Come on, you bitch. Come on. Well, blue tack out. And yeah, it does just want to spring open slightly, but that's fine. That's fine. The solution here works. So yeah, happy with this one. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay. I'm not going to touch any more articulation until I've given it a puff. All right. How are we doing in there? See if you can work out with hands go which accessories, because they all look exactly the same to me. On which figure? Tokka Rahzar or both? Yeah, they haven't made them too indistinguishable. They're all like sort of open or semi-open. It's weird. But I know you can hold the pipe, and the plank of wood goes with Tokka. Tokka comes with a band. It's okay, I'm not going to go for any risk, but thanks for the tips anyway. Plastic and paper, hi, did you have to pay any customs or import fees on those as they are directly from NECA? Just wondering, as fellow UK collector, as I have the cartoon TMNT diorama set on order, no. Every order that I've placed with NECA directly has always been the cheaper option, and never any customs. Never any customs, because they use their own sort of courier service to get it out of the country. As soon as it lands here, it goes into the hands of Hermes. Now, I know, red flag, but every delivery that I've had from Hermes and with a lot of other people, it's come sound as a pound. Look at the packaging. Yeah, that thing's bomb-proof. And that just came straight to the door. No muss, no fuss, no coconuts. So no customs fees at all on the Casey Jones set. I've ordered like 3 Predators from them. These and a couple of other bits. So yeah, no customs at all. So you shouldn't have an issue with the packaging. And for people who I know were able to swing remember like Comic-Con like 2 years ago when they were selling the movie figures as a box set and you could buy it with the movie version of the diorama. Well, some people here, obviously, if they didn't have an American contact to buy it for them, used there was a place where you could set up an American address. to a company. And again, they didn't have any customers coming over when they bought directly from them. So yeah, 12 people in it. I appreciate everyone being in it. I appreciate if you could smash that like button because it really helps the algorithm, especially this YouTube one. So that'd be awesome if you could. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Thank you. Appreciate it for being here. But yeah, no customs, not in any order I've had. So you should be all right. Rahzar specifically. Okay, yeah, you're right. All the hands do look the same. For sure. Equilibrium didn't pay any customs himself. Yeah, Equilibrium was a friend of mine. They're all friends of mine here. And yeah, when he got his set in UK as well, and Maverick, no customs fees. So we're good. Ben, you bought one or two? I got two. The other one's downstairs, and the other one's going to Tom because he slept on it. That's the reason why I got a second one. It's because I knew he would change his mind. And even if he didn't, I would hold on to it. So yeah, brilliant. Thanks for the info. My home driver is quite good as well. Nice, excellent. Yep, no worries at all, mate. Appreciate it, and thank you for stopping by. I'm glad we could help. But yeah, is there any word on any movement on your cartoon diorama? I've been curious about that because I've not heard any peep about it since the order went up. So I'm not sure if there's any. Yeah, let me know if you've seen any movement on that at all. I'll be curious to see it because that looks wicked. That looks wicked. But yeah, so let's have a look at Tokka. I'm going to do it over here. Get Rahzar out of the way. Playing with my toys. Playing with my toys. So, chat. Who here has watched WandaVision? Whilst we're waiting for me to get this thing out. If you have, no spoilers. For those who haven't. If you're not fussed, cool. Tom gonna love these. Oh yes. I'll send them out to him on Monday. So I should have them by next show. Oh God, so many ties. So many ties. What are your guys' thoughts on these hand wraps? Because you know the excess is like stuck in one position. Ever since seeing them, I've been tempted to maybe, I don't know, hack them off and choose some actual bandages so they flow in the right place whenever you do it, you know. So if your hands up like that, they're going to flow naturally rather than stick straight out. Let me know. Tempted to modify these slightly. Nothing too crazy. Little touch-ups. Excellent. Keep smashing the like button, peeps. Really appreciate it. TMNT movie accessory set, that is. When are we supposed to be getting the accessory set again? It's been a minute since we paid that. After Chinese New Year, they said once they finish shipping these out, then they're going to start shipping everything else out, including the accessory set. So I am guessing Christmas. No, I'm only joking. I'm thinking probably sometime in March, they're probably going to start filtering them out. I think. Don't hold me to that. I think. I don't know. We could well end up seeing them in Christmas. But yeah, can't wait for that. Oh, god damn. They are sharp. That was my other reason for getting a second set, because I was going to use the other tow car as a burglary deterrent by just putting it on the floor. Or a weapon by my bed. Yeah, actually feels quite nice. Like a massage. Yeah, this is good. I like this. Okay, so the head moves quite well. No issues there. Snout, mouth, that's really wide. Let's try these eyebrows. I always wanted to play with these eyebrows since seeing them. Well, it looks like the eyebrows are pretty stiff, so I'm going to leave those alone. Don't want to break them. I'll wait until he's added bath. But yeah, arms can do. They're good. To swivel at the shoulder seems pretty good. Obviously limited by the spikes. Look at me doing a little mini review. It's a bit of flash in there. Yeah, don't want to straighten the elbows out just yet. Tons of articulation on the elbow joint. I like that. 1, 2, 3. It's going to swivel on the bicep and on the elbow here. That's awesome. Okay, engineering. Okay. All right. Legs, good. Again, thigh swivel is not stuck. That one's tighter than the other one, but I like that. It's not stuck. Okay, cool. They've softened up well already. Tokka is more cute. I give him dessert every night when his eyebrows are I think you should be sharing those kind of stories in the chat, mate. All right? DM to me in private. Dear. How is his spikes? Not gonna lie, they feel quite nice. This one's quite loose. Obviously inserted individually. Fuck, that one's sharp. Yeah, if you go lower, where more like that, you can hold it in your hands. Just don't know why. One spike feels sharp. You get a cluster of them together. No wonder a bed of nails might actually feel quite good. NECA sent an email saying first quarter of 2021 for the diorama. I was searching for Plastic Action UK videos and it linked me here. Thanks for the ToyFair discount code worked for me. I appreciate it. Oh, nice one for watching the Plastic Action UK stuff, mate. Sadly, Plastic Action UK is no longer a thing. No, we broke up, man. We broke up. We parted ways. Obviously, I brought Tom on board to do this, but yeah, it was just hard to maintain last year. Just sort of, unfortunately, kind of naturally did us in. So obviously, Carl had a lot going on, and I had a lot going on. I was struggling to try and do videos for both channels. I did well in getting the subscriptions up to that level. Obviously, Tom had a lot going on. We couldn't get content out, and I couldn't put content out for two. And my channel was growing, so it was kind of a thing where we all just felt stagnant. And sadly, yeah, we just spoke and we thought, yeah, it's best if we just, it was a good run while it lasted. We still have the Plastic Action UK channel, and Tom, we still have the Instagram. But yeah, I'm glad it linked you here. So yeah, and then as well, I got to the point where I could go live. So I thought, let's just start doing some live shows. Brought Tom on board, and there we go. So there we are. He has great head articulation, but DM'd you anyway. Top man. Yeah, he does, man. Great range. Oh, we can look up really well. Look at that. And look down. Side to side. Eye to eye. Contact. Yeah, man. Real happy to finally actually be able to touch these with my own hands. Can't wait to get them posted and get them in the cabinet if there's going to be any room there. I don't know. I've got a bit of rearranging to do. Yeah, man. These look awesome. They will need a thorough soaking first. And yeah, I'll start working out some shots. I don't have a fancy shed diorama like someone in the chat. But I'll improvise. I always do. I'll make it work. Yeah, nice. And that's that. Oh, but yeah. So going on One Division. If you care, you care. I personally, this episode, no spoilers. I ain't gonna spoil it. Better than the last two episodes, but again, I found it boring because it didn't really. There was not much in there that we didn't already know. It was the majority of it we already knew. And yeah, so I'm interested to see where I want it to go now. It's weird. When a lot of people started One Division, they weren't really feeling it, and yet a small percentage was, and I was in that small percentage. We loved it when it first came out, and we're persuading all of those that weren't feeling it. Give it a go. Keep with it. It'll get good. Trust me. And so far, yeah, the majority of those people have been like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling this now. I'm feeling this. Oh shit, let's go. And at this point, they're stoked for what's coming. I've gone the opposite. As soon as Quicksilver came into the picture, it went downhill for me. Personally. To the point where I'm like, come on, just get with it. We know. Saw it coming a mile away. Wow. Okay. And yeah, so I'm at that point. I just want to come on, wrap it up. So yeah, but shout out to anyone who's hyped for it. I'm jealous. You're getting more out of it than I am, but I'm glad you are. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on One Division. And yeah, other than that, I'm waiting for the Snyder Cut, King Kong vs Godzilla, and Mortal Kombat. Did you think about any diorama for these? I do, more for display, but also ones I could use for toy photography. So I do want to do my own version of the shed, but probably a smaller version that I fit in the diet, in the detail, you know, probably not as deep, and won't have a major surrounding it, you know, massive. I think I can get it to work, because eventually I'll do, as I said before, I want to get another D-top here and have individual displays for it. I want to have villains, heroes for first and second movie. So I have Tokka Rahzar, regular purple shredder, 6-foot soldiers, and one day a Tatsu. And then obviously a smaller version of a dock. And then you have the 4, because I personally, I know I saw you shot over to Pietro. I personally believe we are going to get a full re-release of the Secret of the Used Turtles, because they do have a different color scheme going, slightly more olive, and with the different heads, and it gives them another reason to reuse the bodies. And yeah, like Kino and shit. So I do want to get that display sort of going. But other than that, yeah, like junkyard stuff. I want to get some tires and, you know, trying to get some more junkyard shit going around. I've got street stuff already, so I can do street scenes and more portrait and poster style shots I want to do. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty tight. Keep hitting that like button, guys. Appreciate you. Anyone new that's jumped in, thank you for being here. Welcome. Please smash that like button, like every other YouTuber says. Sorry, but yeah, it really does help the algorithm for YouTube. So yeah, so that's the unboxing. Now I think it's probably time where a lot of people may jump off, because I really do want to get into our way. Okay, if you've not been reading it, do yourself a favor, get on it. Get on it ASAP. Get on it ASAP. And this will be spoiler talk. So if you want to hop away and read it, you can always come back and check out my thoughts on it. And I'll be getting Tom and Pietro's thoughts, because clearly it's just me this time around on the next one. And yeah, I'll put a timestamp in the description once this is finished being live, so you can go into it. But if those of you, this is the spoiler warning, okay, for the Last Ronin 2. So I'm going to do this, spoilers, and this is also to help me find this portion of the video so I can locate the timestamp to put in it. Excellent, can't wait to see. WandaVision played their hand and revealed what everything is about, and it was what everyone had suspected, but the best part of the episode was the reveal at the end. Yes, that I will give you. Yes, that is interesting. That's the most interesting part for me, and that's what I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with that. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Monica Rambeau as a character. I preferred her Geraldine character before, when she was actually in the show, because that whole scene before she said, you know, oh, he was killed by Ultron, wasn't he? That whole thing where she's telling the story of her at work and she's trying to poof away the pelican, the stork. I just want, like, Wanda, shut up. I want to hear her story. She acted that brilliantly. So I prefer Geraldine as a character as opposed to Monica Rambeau. Great actress nonetheless. But yeah, Darcy's starting to get on my tits again. And what's it, the agent from Ant-Man, and of course the director, the bad guy in it. It's like, yay, bad guy doing bad guy things. So I'm getting bored of it now. So all the sword stuff, I'm glad there was not that much in it this episode, because that's really starting to get on my tits, to be honest. Okay. All right. Now, spoiler warning, Last Ronin talk. All right. So, first page. Okay. All right. And one of the big things that immediately, just as soon as you open the book, come out and slap you in the face, because how did the last issue leave off? We found out it was Mikey. April is alive, looking like Linda Carter from Terminator Dark Fate. Yeah. First page is her in bed, and she's thinking, and this is a great portion of the book. Immediately, we change to a different artist. I believe this is Tom Wells. But yeah, and even the second time around, I want to show you. Second time around. Yeah, straight away we got Casey and April flashback before all of this went down, when the Turtles were alive. And obviously they've just got engaged, and they're trying to, this whole night is about them telling the Turtles, and they're wondering why they're so late. And in bursts Raphael, looking like shit. And I love what they've done with him looks wise. I'm tempted to make a custom of it. I'm going to beat you to it, Maverick. But with the body armor and shit, it looks badass, man. And yeah, they bring in Splinter, who's severely injured, Mikey and Donnie. And then they're trying to find out where Leo is because they got jumped by the foot as they're on the way to April's as an ambush. And Leo's not there. The Raph is going to go after him. And then that's how it ends. And it cuts back to April in bed. And here, not yet though, we go back into the flashback. And yeah, they're still wondering where Leo is. Raph's getting pissed. He wants to go after him and get Leo back. And then Leo shows up wearing a trench coat. Again, a custom I want to make. Okay. And they say that they've gone off. They run away. And then we get back to the flashback and we realize that April is missing some limbs when she wakes up from her flashback. Yeah, she's missing her one arm, one leg. She's got cybernetics. And yeah, that's immediately like, whoa, holy shit. And I love this page here. That one there. All the little Easter eggs in the back, Casey's mask. Love that. And then we see Mikey making some tea. And again, he's talking to the illusions of his brothers in his head. And when we realize they're arguing in his head and he's starting to get pissed off with them and realize, man, this guy's suffering from some PTSD. He is not well. But yeah, so he's making some tea, comes back at it, and then we realize that Raph flashback again to where they brought in Splinter's damaged, and he's just gone after him. He's just like, Raph's like, no, screw this, I'm going. And yeah, we get a nice little cameo from Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, if you haven't spotted it already. Just there in the subway. You see that? Yeah. All right, so let's see what the chat's saying. Yeah, just want more Wanda in her magician's assistant outfit and in her Halloween outfit. The art in The Last Ronin 2 is fantastic, and they work in the changes with the artists really well. Yes, it flows. There's one portion where it was a little bit jarring. We'll get into that soon. Yeah, I just muted you. Thanks. Appreciate those who are stopping by and sticking with it. But yeah, Raph's going after him. Raph is going after him, and he finds a lone foot soldier, gets information out of him, and then we see him kill. Raph's out for blood, man. And this is the badass moment. And then we get to the big old industrial site where the foot are hanging out, and we've got Karai looking like Electra. And she's not very happy. And yeah, this is just where I couldn't stop turning the pages. It's just amazing. And we see Raph just slowly coming through like the ninja he is, snapping necks with barely anyone noticing him. And then he just jumps in and just for about 4 or 5 pages, just starts killing, slicing and dicing the foot ninja left, right, and center until he gets to Karai. Still slicing and dicing. Just look at that. Blood everywhere, man. Blood everywhere. And this is a point where I'm just like, damn. I so needed this. I needed Raph to just go mental. Raph is my favorite. He's a lot of people's favorites for pretty much what I can assume the same reason. We can relate to, you know, any of us have got a temper. Some of us relate to Mikey because we all know he's the most emotional. Bottles it up, uses comedy to divert away from his emotion. Raph just keeps it on the surface. That's why he's always a bit of a rude bastard, but you know, dry sense of humor at the same time. And always more of a loner, can't take authority that well. Has to go through something in order to learn to be a team again. He's the most relatable because he has an arc of a journey. You know, he fails and then has to come back up again. You know, so here he starts fighting Karai, beating the shit out of each other, and then after cutting, this is the point where Raph's got swords, he's got arrows, he's got shurikens, everything's sticking out of him, and he's just going. Adrenaline's pumping. He's just going, and then Raphael tackles Karai into the water, where you think he's going to get the upper hand, Karai's like, no, she doesn't want to drown. Raph's adapt to water, he can do it. And it's at this point where he gets his sai around the back of her. She pulls out a kunai, and they both stick each other. Raph stabs her in the back. Karai straight through. And then in the next, this panel here where you just see the life drain out of Raph, and she floats away, and so does Raph. And the last image is of his sai, and that's Raphael dead. As soon as you see that, man, it's just like bang, straight in the gut, straight in the gut. And then we cut back to present. Just dialogue between April and Mikey. But here's the thing, and this is what I agree with Tom, and we're probably going to get into this when I see him. Maybe he's in the chat, I'm not sure. But there are some panels of April, and you'll see it with Casey, the female, which we find out to be April and Casey's daughter, where they look like they're yelling. So I'm reading through, and I've just quickly glanced and noticed it as a yelling drawing. I haven't read any dialogue for that. I'm like, oh shit, it's about to go down. And then I go to read it, and it's just regular conversation. But they look like they're yelling. In this panel, she's calling after the daughter. But there's one with a couple of others in here where you just think, oh, yeah. Draw expressions, you know. That's the only sort of critique I have on the art on this one. But it's where Mikey meets the daughter. She's all ecstatic because she's heard all about him. First time meeting him. And then we get a section of, I forget his first name, the grandson, the big villain, taking on a bunch of foot in training. Pretty much says, don't fail me again. Go off, just tear the city apart looking for him, and I don't need to remind you what happened to the last person who failed me. And we get some crows eating his eyeballs. This is not a kid's book. So yeah, let me go see what we're saying. You know, this was where Raph was going to meet his end, and it's tough to read. Looks like some pulled Karai out the water, and as his hands grabbing her, I read it as they pulled the sai out of her back. Yeah, see, I missed that entirely. I thought they both killed each other. I completely forgot that we saw her frozen in issue 1. So I just thought they both end up killing each other. And then I forgot. And then I think it was Tom that reminded me, no, she's in issue 1, remember that. I'm like, oh, fuck, yeah. So he didn't even win the battle that he went out fighting. So yeah, let me just get more dialogue between Casey and Mikey. And then she wants to know more about what happened to him. And then we transition into Kevin Eastman artwork. And this is where it details what happened to Mikey this entire time. We still don't know what happened to the other 2 brothers yet, or what happened when Mikey basically just says, I woke up and I didn't know where I was. And this is that journey now from there to where we find him in issue 1. And this is a little bit jarring. As much as I like Eastman's work, going back to that black and white format, it's very difficult to make out what's going on unless you really look at it. Okay, it's good to have it in hand because I read it online and that was hard. But it's good to have it on in hand, bigger and bolder, see more of the detail. Okay, so and it looks like, yeah, he went out of the city, climbed some mountains, thought he was going to meet his end, found what looked to be some sort of Japanese structure, and laid there for weeks, and just didn't know if he was going to. Just thought it was his time to die, and just laid there to die. But for some reason, his body wouldn't die, and something told him to keep on going. That it weren't the end. So he just decided to just train into his thoughts, become a complete loner, dedicate himself to the martial art of ninja. I mean, it says here, like, you know, then it got to the point where the real world found him. People found him on the mountain, weren't accepting him, started beating him up. He allowed it so he could feel something again. And then he just thought, no, you're just going to kill me for the sake of killing me. And so he ends up killing them. And that's when he transitions into the tough bastard that he is now. And the Joker is no more. So that we've seen. Okay. So then he just goes on a rampage, finding other bullies, beating them up. does his travels around the world, similar to Bruce Wayne in Nolan's first Batman. You know, learning criminality. That's a great image there of his travels. And then we cut back where he said he read Splinter's journal over and over and over again, just reading it back to back. So then he finishes up telling Casey's story, and then we get to one of the biggest reveals in the book and the cliffhanger, April going off to her safe, pulling out you all know who that is? I didn't at first. I didn't at all. I did not at all see that at first. But yeah, Fugitoid. Fugitoid's head, to be precise. Ah, stay there. So yeah, great second issue. Interesting to see what happens in the next one with Fugitoid. And yeah, bring it on. Actually, oh, let me I just saw Tom Waltz dropped a couple of panels of art for issue 3. Let me see if I can bring them up. Ah, just had it. Two seconds, guys. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to come back to you now. Sharing screen. We're going to have a look at these together. All right, he puts in some fake dialogue, makes it a joke. Working on TMNT, the Last Ronin issue 3, Fight or Flight today. So this is not actual dialogue. This is just him making a joke. It's one of those capture this scene, you know. So we got Last Ronin. It wasn't me. Yeah, right. Just clean up. Gross. Yo, they can't see you, but they can see your mess. Shut the lid and flush, dudes. Okay, so let's have a look at the panels. Again, this looks to be Casey, April's daughter. That's quite a nice panel there. Obviously, the dialogue bubbles haven't been put in yet. This one isn't finished. And there you go. So quite some fun dialogue to go along with these. And these look really nice. These look really nice. So yeah. At least we can know the takeaway from this. We're going to see some present day stuff. It's not going to be all flashback again. But I guess in the next issue, we're going to find out what happened to Leo and Don. Because there's only 3 left. 3 issues left. We're getting a director's cut of issue 1. But issue 3 is going to be in May, so a couple of months yet. But I'm glad, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, does it have to be so long? Well, I prefer it if they're taking their time to make sure that this is done right. Details are there in terms of the art is right, and the writing. The writing, I believe, is all there. It's just touch up on dialogue. But, you know, take as much time as, for me, I'm happy if they take as much time as they need. Sure, I want it, but you can tell how good the writing is if we're itching for that next issue right now. It's a testament to how the last book was. You know, after this, I want issue 3 right now. So the fact that we're like, why do we have to wait so long is a good thing. It means it's good. So yeah, take the time, because I want that same feeling for issue 3 about issue 4. But I guess for me, in the meantime, I'm filling the void by catching up on the IDW shit. I just started volume 2, and I'm loving it, man. That's how far into it I am so far. And I'm probably going to blitz through that either tonight or tomorrow. It's the only problem with this, I can't put them down. It's a fat book, they're really expensive, and I blitz through it in no time. Again, a testament to the writing. So there we are. There we are indeed. Let's kill that. Go to here. Okay. Nice. Okay. I won't be on for much longer now. Okay. You can see the hands grabbing the panel. Let's see it first. I didn't spot it at first as they looked like hers, but they're clearly someone else. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a quick look at that again. I was going to ask what the reveal was at the end because I had no clue. Yes, Fugitoid's head. I didn't recognize it at first. I thought it, obviously, I did recognize it. I just didn't know if it was that thing. Do you know what I mean? I was questioning myself. Is it? Yeah. One of those. Then what do you think about Dan's hype? Obviously, you must have jumped on a bit later. I did sort of cover it earlier on when I was going over the reveal. TMNT, your TMNT, Pietro brought it to my attention. I didn't think too much into it at first. Personally, I think they just skipped over quality for easy money by reusing John Connor's legs. Every toy company does it. Hasbro are known for doing it, renowned even, where they use recycled parts and kit bash the buck together with some additional new sculpt and tooling. That's fine. You got the molds already. I just think they could have chosen better bottom legs than T2 John Connor. That thing's a kid. It's like that. So it's definitely, and I saw Randy try and defend it on Twitter as well, saying, no, what are you talking about? Of course it's Scout. No, it ain't. Okay, if we want to get nitpicky, all right, and if I'm going to gatekeep a little bit, but a lot of us are feeling the same because they also tweeted out saying, oh, follow Loot Crate at so-and-so time because they're going to be doing live Q&A to get your questions in now. First question to pop in as a reply. Yeah, what about the height? And he put a post of a picture of the figures, clearly seeing that Danny's really short. And then he shot down and posted a picture of the movie as a reference to see, look, you know, Danny is clearly taller than the Turtles, but not as tall as Casey. And I jumped in. If anyone saw that, I jumped in straight away. Said, yeah, no, they used the bottom half of John Connor. That's why he's short. So yeah, it annoys me a little bit that he's not going to be height and scale. Maybe I think they should have used the Marty bottom half. He's a short one anyway, taller than the Turtles, but shorter than Casey. I think they would have better off using Marty bottom half, just with additional feet. Because there's a difference between a kid and a teen. Okay, teen, I like a youth. Danny's a youth. He's 16 plus. John Connor is a kid, where he's early teens, like, you know, 13, 14 or 12, one of that, you know, that age range. And he's a shorter guy anyway. So yeah, that's my feelings on the height. It is a little bit annoying, but sod it. We're getting a Danny, you know. We're getting a Danny. John Connor has double joint at the knees. Don't think so. Don't think so. I think it's single. Let's go back to the picture. If you want to have a look at him again, shall we have a look at him again? 2 seconds, let me get him up. Share the screen. So one last look before we sign out of the John Connor. Okay, so here we are. I believe, well, let's find a better picture. Oh, I was already on it. So here, they look single to me. So yeah, upper body is all new. Yeah, look, he's even got single joint elbows. I don't think there's a joint here at cuff. Head sculpt's really well done. Really, really, really well done. So I'm happy with that. And the shirt, of course. I'm happy we're getting a Danny 100%. I just, you know, it is what it is, unfortunately. We can finagle it in toy photography, sure. Just put him on something a bit higher. You don't have to take a, you know, especially if you're doing a close-up shot. But for display, I don't know. If anyone's willing to do any kit bashing, depends if they've got the smackaroonies to shell out for 2 movie crates. So you've got one to keep, one to tinker with. I would suggest possibly looking at a Marty because he's a short ass anyway. And Casey's quite tall. So yeah. He'd be the better option. But I don't think those legs would scale well with this upper body. Unless you swapped out the arms as well. That's if you really are a stickler for screen accuracy. I'm all right with it as is because I know I can finagle it in toy photography. You know, camera tricks, force perspective. Display will just have to be display. You know. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts on it. So look, see, there was one more picture, wasn't there? There you go. Obviously, he's got a wider stance here, so that brings him lower down. As you can see, same height splintered there. So if you're thinking about the scene where Casey and Danny have got just carting him off and being chained to the wall, Casey's going to be up here, Danny's going to be down here. Right? But Casey's going to be, you know, in the movie, he got down low to help Splinter out. So there we are. There we are indeed. Okay, yeah, so let me kill that. Excited for it though, nonetheless excited for it. Let's go here. John Connor has double jointed knees. Yeah, no, so it looks like a single one. So yeah, that is it. I appreciate you all for stopping by. I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Thanks again. Again, it was just me. Let me know how I did on my own. You know, doing this one. Normally I do all right with the custom cave live streams. So yeah, but great to have you all here. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, plugs. I have, oh, yes. I want to show you something. So I'm going to, before I go, I want to show you something. Just if you're interested, I set it up just as, so let me go to there. So let me, I've got a screen share again, so 2 seconds. All right. So just in case anybody fancied any, some might say it's a bit too early to do one of these. I think, fuck it. If people, options, man, people want options, just give them options. If it's there for them. If they want it, if they are interested. I set up a Teespring. You know, really excited and happy with how our new insignia, thanks to Pietro, looked. And I've always been tinkering with some merch from my logo. As you can see, I'm wearing a bit now. I think it's cool. So yeah, just threw together a quick Teespring. I don't have the shelf that you will see underneath videos yet. I need to be like 10,000 sub plus before I'm allowed to have that. So at the moment, I can just share a link that will take you straight here. So as you see, we've got hoodies that come in. Yeah, you've got standard sizes. You've got all different colored hoodies, whatever tickles your pickle. So we've got classic tees. We've got tri-blend tees. We've got ones with my logo on, comfort tees again. Don't think this one's got much of a color range. Here you go, color range there. We have kids classic pullovers. I thought I'd throw in a kids option in case. Premium long sleeve tees. We've got stuff for the ladies. We have classic tank tops for the summertime. I'll be getting a couple of these done because I'm more of a vest guy. I'm wearing one right now. This one's a Back to the Future Marty one. Hard to see. There you go. Again, ladies tank tops, premium tees, classic long sleeve, and kids t-shirts as well. So yeah, the link is in for this is in the description. If you fancied having a look, if there's something you fancy again, you know, we thought we'd set one up. Really appreciate it if you fancied any of it. If not, that's fine. You know, it will still be there. It's just anybody, like I say, options. It's there if people are interested, or if they're not, I'm all right either way. But I thought this was really cool. So yeah, let me know what you think of these. And let me stop sharing now. Okay, but yeah, excited just to wanted to share that before we wrap things up here. Again, shout out to everyone in the chat. Appreciate it for smashing the like button and for hanging out with me. Facebook, our Facebook page, link is in the description for that. Come hang out with us there. We have the Toys R Us discount link, which has worldwide shipping. If you're international, you won't have to pay any VAT, so it should be cheaper. And especially for NECA, if you're struggling to find NECA in your stores, check out one of the UK retail online sites. Okay, Toys R Us is the one we're promoting because we have the discount code for them. But you know, especially for TMNT stuff, you can get yourself a UK pre-order. You might have to wait a little bit longer to get it because it gets released late, later on here for us, but you're guaranteed to get it and it will ship straight to your door worldwide, and you get yourself a little bit of a discount, and you won't have to pay VAT anymore now that we're out of the EU. So yeah, enjoy that. And yeah, I believe that is all the plugs. Yeah, I will catch you on the flip side, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again. Appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. See you later.